Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm heading home up to Rainbow Mountain over there. Anyway, I thought I would chime in on this fine Saturday morning. This one's going out to you, Matt, Arizona. Anyway, we got into an interesting text situation the other day talking about fear and the evil entity on this spaceship of ours. And, you know, I keep going back to the concept that it's all in my mind, man. There is no darkness, there is no evil, except how I perceive reality. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get down to it on, like, the 3D landscape, like, yeah, there's bad people, man. There's funky companies doing... There's crazy companies doing crazy things to our Mother Earth. There's all sorts of, like, armies and, like, warmongers and craziness, right? But then there's also a certain amount of, like, bullshit going on at the same level, too. I mean, what? 3 weeks ago, we were all going to die from Ebola, dude. Ebola is going to sweep across the country and kill us all. And, you know, on a certain level, you know, I got the hologram and the minigram of, like, I'll bite a little bit. I'll protect myself. I'll be aware of my surroundings. But at the end all, be all of it all, like, what do I have to be afraid of if I'm just a beam of light? If I'm connected with source energy, and source energy is infinite and perfect in all directions. Nothing. It just give back my form back to the Creator and join the stream of light in all directions of time and space. But yeah, I mean, I can sit here down on Spaceship Earth and fully, like, convince myself that I need to be in fear, that I need to get guns, I need to get cans of food stored under my house in case the government comes to kill me. Yeah, I mean, from all history books, yeah, the odds are the government is coming to, like, mess with us and kill us. But do I need to spend this moment in time and space worrying about some hypothetical moment? Nah, I don't think so, man. You know, I've crunched the numbers, and if let's say there is, like, the worst case scenario, let's go, like, yeah, there's a full evil entity trying to take over humanity and all this kind of stuff, and the war machines keep turning, and war is inevitable, and doom and gloom, and we're all going to get cancer and blah, chemtrails and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm missing this moment. Man, this moment right here, right now is perfect. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't experience moments of imperfection, but at this moment, nothing in my past is true and nothing in my future has occurred. It's all right here, right now. Like, yeah, I can tell myself a story. I can tell myself a story about my life and this and that, and oh, woe is me, and I have a reason to be paranoid and scared because I've seen this and I've done that and I've read this and I've watched that. But the end of the moment, that's my car, by the way, making that fan noise. It's cooling down, it's taking care of itself. But at the end of the moment, there really is no reason to worry about anything because I'm in contact with source energy. And I'm not afraid because I'm willing to give this all back because I don't need to live in the imperfection of black and white, the imperfection of good versus evil, the imperfection of ease versus disease. I don't need to live in a failed concept. The truth is that it's only my perception. You know, they talk about the people were like they're most liberated when they realize they are going to have to give back their spacesuit to this 3D landscape, that their time running around playing cowboys and Indians is over. and they realized that everything they spent their life worrying about was nonsense. And so if we look to our elders, if we look to people that have actually experienced life on Spaceship Earth, and as they come in for their final landing, it's pretty consistent that like most people have spent their life worrying about stuff that doesn't really matter. So yeah, if you want to sit there and dwell about, I don't know, the government's going to kill us, and, you know, plagues are going to go across the planet, and the GMO and the chemtrails, well, you're really missing this moment, and this moment is whatever you want it to be. And I've been going out of my way to choose to make it a totally positive, high-frequency moment. And that doesn't mean that I don't have my moments of doubt and imperfection and fear and all of that, but I've come to realize, just as this wind just came up like that everything's just changing. There's no need to be stuck in any sort of mind pattern, man. It's all about breaking free of the mind pattern and realizing that we've been conditioned, especially in the Western world, to think of everything as based upon lack, scarcity, when that's not what source energy and God's all about. It's about abundance. And abundance is based upon like love and giving. And not giving for the sake of love, but loving enough to give. So when I hear people talking about like I need to be in a state of fear, and the Bible talks about like fear, and the Quran talks about fear, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I go, that's not the teachings of all these spiritual leaders or spiritual entities or whatever you want to call them. They came here to tell us one fundamental truth. Love is the answer. Love is the universal elixir. Love is the solvent of the universe. And if we can tap into what love really is, we don't have to live in fear. We don't have to be afraid of anything ever again. But then again, it is to figure out what is the concept of love. Most of us don't know. I'm just now beginning to even fathom the depths of what true love is, because most of us think it has something to do with people. And yeah, it does. That's how we manifest it. That's how we put it into action. But it goes way beyond possessing people in our lives. It has to do with the people that we don't have in our lives, the people that are just passing by us. And dude, I'm as jammed up as the next guy about the humans, man. Like, the humans are crazy, man. They're gnarly. They put me on edge a lot. But ultimately, I've come to realize that my ability to love them is the answer to my own happiness. The more I'm sitting in judgment of anybody, whether they be evildoers or whatever, is to give them power they don't deserve. I need to just love them as manifestations of my own twisted mind, because it is my broken mind that tells me that there is a state of black and white, good and evil, that there's somebody out to get me. There's nobody out to get me except my own mind trying to tell me that love is not the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Yeah, there's just a calmness in that thought. Anyway.